In this video, we're going to cover adjusting the valves in the SR-11 Midget engine. First thing you'll need to do is to drain the oil out of the cylinder head. To do that, require an 1 1/8" wrench to remove the drain plug in the front of the cylinder head. Once the oil is removed, you need to remove all valve cover bolts. There will be 8 1/4" bolts and 2 5/16" bolts. This engine is fresh off the dyno. We've already made some adjustments using for display purposes here. To adjust the valves, as you can see, the cam is on the base circle or the lobe is straight up. This gives us the correct position that we want the rocker arm for the adjustment. The SR-11s have a valve adjustment of 0 lash cold, which means that what we want is to be able to just slide the rocker arm back and forth across the tip of the valve. If there is play or excessive movement there, then we'll need to make an adjustment. Where we are right now currently with number 1 on the intake is how we want to make any adjustments to the valves. To remove the rocker arm, you'll require your supplied rocker arm removal tool. Simply get on the valve retainer and the camshaft, apply some pressure, and the rocker arm will slide right out. To make adjustment to the valve, we'll require a 7/8" socket to take the jam nut loose on the rocker adjuster tool. You break the adjuster nut loose, and each flat of this adjuster screw is equivalent to approximately 3/1000ths of adjustment. So whichever direction you need to go, whether it's loose or tight, make the needed adjustments per the flats on the adjuster screw. Once the adjustments are made, that adjuster screw nut will torque to 80 foot-pounds. And a little trick, it is nice to put a witness mark of a pencil marker of some sort to see if your adjuster screw moves while you're torquing the jam nut. Got it torqued to 80 foot-pounds, and now we can reinstall the rocker arm. Simply put your rocker arm removal tool on the retainer and the camshaft. Compress the valve slightly. Slide the rocker arm back into position. Always make sure that the rocker arm tip is properly seated on the lash cap of the valve and is properly the adjustment that you want, which is slightly sliding across the tip of that valve. To complete the remaining valves, use a 3/4" socket, which can be slid into the front of the crankshaft on the crank bolt, and the engine can be rotated to allow you to make adjustments to the remaining valves. Once you are completed with your valve adjustment and all jam nuts are torqued to 80 foot-pounds, the valve cover is now ready to be reinstalled.